The Assassination of Tsar Nicholas II and his family. Welcome to our deep dive into one of history's most tragic and fascinating events, the Assassination of Tsar Nicholas II and his family. Buckle up as we unravel the story of the last Russian imperial family whose lives came to a tragic end during the turmoil of the Russian Revolution. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of that fateful night, let's get acquainted with the Romanovs. Picture a family living in opulent palaces, surrounded by luxury and power, but also caught in the storm of a revolution that would ultimately sweep them away. This is Tsar Nicholas II, the last emperor of Russia. Known for his rather unassuming demeanor, he might not have been the most adept at ruling in revolutionary times, but he certainly made history. And next to him is his wife, Tsarina Alexandra, famed for her resilience and, let's just say, some questionable fashion choices. Together with their children, Olga, Tatiana, Maria, and Anastasia, and their only son, Alexei, they formed a family that was not only royal, but also deeply personal. They were a family of 5 daughters and 1 son, with each child bringing their own unique charm and challenges to the table. And if you're wondering who else was with them on that fateful night, we'll also introduce their loyal servants Eugene Botkin, Anna Demidova, Alizé Trupp, and Ivan Karatanov, who were there to support the family until the very end. Stick around as we delve deeper into the lives of these historical figures and explore the dramatic and, yes, occasionally darkly humorous details of their final days. Ready to meet the family members in more detail? Let's take a closer look at the Romanov Family Tree. It's like the ultimate royal family tree, but with a much grimmer ending than your average family drama. First up is Tsar Nicholas II, the last emperor of Russia. Born in 1868, he was a man who faced unprecedented challenges. Imagine being in charge of a vast empire during a time when everything was falling apart around you. It's a tough gig, but Nicholas had a unique flair for making things even more complicated. Next, we have Tsarina Alexandra, Nicholas's wife. She was born in 1872 and originally from Germany. She might have looked like she was living the high life, but her life was anything but easy. She was known for her strong will and her somewhat notorious fashion sense, often sporting outfits that could only be described as royally eccentric. Now, let's meet the children, each one with their own distinct personality and charm. Think of them as the royal squad, each adding their own flavor to the mix. Olga, the eldest daughter, born in 1895, she was known for her maturity and her strong sense of responsibility. If anyone was going to keep the family together, it was her. Tatiana, the second daughter, born in 1897. Often in her older sister's shadow, she had a reputation for being both elegant and compassionate, a royal multitasker, if you will. Maria, the third daughter, born in 1899, known for her lively personality and sense of humor, she was like the family's personal ray of sunshine. If you needed cheering up, Maria was your go-to. Anastasia, the youngest daughter, born in 1901. She was the free spirit of the family, famous for her mischievous antics. Her rumored survival has made her one of the most intriguing figures of the Romanov saga. And finally, Alexei, the only son, born in 1904. He was the heir to the throne and struggled with hemophilia. Despite his health challenges, he was a brave and spirited young boy, often at the center of family life. Alongside the family were their loyal servants, who were more than just staff, they were trusted companions. Eugene Botkin, the family's physician. Anna Demidova, the devoted maid. Alizé Trupp, the reliable footman. And Ivan Karatanov, the cook who probably knew more about royal dinners than anyone else. So there you have it, a royal family with all the trimmings and a few quirks thrown in for good measure. Next, we'll explore the events of that fateful night and see how their story took a dark turn. Ready to dive into the dramatic events that followed? Let's get into the heart of the story, the assassination of Tsar Nicholas II and his family. On the night of July 16th to 17th, 1918, the Romanovs were in a house in Ekaterinburg under house arrest. The scene was set for a dramatic turn of events. Imagine a night that starts off like any other, but quickly descends into chaos. Enter the Bolshevik soldiers, led by Yakov Yurovsky. They arrived with grim determination, ready to carry out their orders. Picture this like a very high-stakes, very unfortunate game of hide and seek, except nobody really wanted to be found. The Romanovs were led to the basement under the pretense of a photograph session. Instead of a family photo, they faced a night of terror. The soldiers, armed and ready, turned what was supposed to be a calm moment into a scene of chaos and horror. Rumor has it that amidst the chaos, someone might have jokingly suggested it's a good thing they didn't ask for a family portrait. Though one has to wonder if anyone was laughing at that point. The executioners had a difficult task, and the night was filled with confusion. The family, including their loyal servants, fought desperately to protect themselves. The violence was chaotic, and the executioners, while determined, were clearly not prepared for the level of resistance they encountered. Talk about an unplanned family reunion. Only in this case, the family wasn't exactly thrilled about the gathering. By the early hours of July 17th, it was over. The aftermath was grim. The bodies of Tsar Nicholas II, Tsarina Alexandra, their children, and the servants were disposed of in a pit. This was the end of the Romanovs' tragic story, but the beginning of a new chapter in Russian history. After the chaos, one can only imagine the cleanup crew's reaction. So, who's going to explain this mess? Clearly not an easy job. The assassination of Tsar Nicholas II and his family remains one of the most tragic episodes of the 20th century. Their story is a reminder of the brutality of political upheaval and the impact it has on individual lives. The news of the Romanovs' death shocked the world. The execution marked the end of the Russian Empire and sent ripples through the international community. It was a dramatic shift from imperial grandeur to revolutionary reality, and the reaction was swift and profound. Across the globe, the assassination was met with a mixture of horror and disbelief. Political cartoons lampooned the Bolshevik regime, while many wondered how such a once great family had come to such a tragic end. It was the end of an era and the beginning of a new, turbulent chapter for Russia. The legacy of the Romanovs lives on. The tragic end of Tsar Nicholas II and his family became a symbol of the end of an empire and the beginning of Soviet Russia. Their story has inspired countless books, films, and documentaries. Their graves, discovered years later, became a site of pilgrimage for many. Their story is remembered with a mixture of respect and sorrow, reminding us of the human cost of political revolution. And, in a twist only history can provide, the Romanovs' tale became so legendary that even decades later, people were still talking about it. Rumors and myths abound, like Anastasia's supposed escape, which turned into a sort of Royal Wears Waldo game. The story of the Romanovs is one of grandeur and tragedy, a poignant reminder of the cost of revolution and the fragility of human life. Their legacy endures, a symbol of both the end of the Russian Empire and the enduring power of historical memory. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Romanov story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more engaging content. Your support helps us continue to explore the most fascinating and complex tales from history. Thanks for watching. We hope you found this journey through history as captivating as we did. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.